And we see that Arne starts with Hunter and Ratje is starting with Warrior. And we said before, this is favorite for Hunter normally. And we see already in the mulligan a really special card in Arne's hand. The Dread Skill, not the card that you see that often, but I think he wants to counter the Zoo a little bit.
Yeah, he wants to counter the Zoo, but he might also counter the Pirate Warrior.
Wow.
Of Ratje. It's no Temple Warrior, it's a Pirate Warrior. And the Pirate Warrior is pretty popular right now on ladder, but also being played at the North American preliminaries, I believe.
Yes. It's rank 1 legend at the moment in Asia, I guess. The Pirate Warrior. So that's why it's so popular now. It's really strong, it can be really explosive. And we see Ratje already curving out really well with the 1 and the 2 drop. He's missing the weapon though, that's pretty unfortunate. So that Bloodseal Cultist is not doing a lot on turn 3. What is Arne gonna do here? He's gonna coin out the Eagle Hormone to kill off the Bloodseal Raider. Pretty good trade there.
Yeah, it looks to be a pretty fast match. As a hunter, you have a pretty forward plays with the huge toe, the Eagle Bow, and yeah, well, the Pirate Warrior wants to curve out as good as possible. But yeah, he's missing that weapon, and that means that he now has to decide between the Bloodseal Cultist or the Frothing Berserker. And yeah, going for the Berserker here.
Yeah, definitely for the Frothing Berserker. You don't want to play the Bloodseal Cultist without a weapon. But Arne has a pretty bad hand. But that 1-drop, the Fury Bat, is doing a lot though. He was playing off curve with the huge toad on turn 3, but now he can fill up the curve with the Fury Bat. So let's see what Arne is going to do here. You can also decide to re-dagger with the Eagle Horn, but it's pretty weak. You don't develop anything here.
Oh, and you have the chance with the Fury Bat and the Toad to snipe out one of the two, but he decides to use the Eagle Horn Bow to destroy that Pirate on the right side, and that means that it's, well, the Frothing is now 3-4.
Yeah, Ratje's hand's not really strong. Normally as a Pirate Warrior, you want to have that weapon. You want to push that damage with that weapon every turn. You want to give it an extra durability to even push for more damage. But Ratje's at that point that he doesn't have that, and I think he has to maybe play the Loot Hoarder to get it.
Well, he goes for the Heroic Strike. First, see where the Toxic Spit lands, and it hits the face.
No extra damage on the Frothing Berserker, but I think he's also pretty happy with that, because now there's no chance the Fury Bat is gonna kill off the Berserker here. Ooh, and there is the Animal Companion. But I think you can make a huge clear with the Eagle Horn Bow on the Frothing Berserker. Oh wow, he decides to go for Animal Companion.
Yeah,
he could have a 50-50 for a board clear though.
Yeah, 50-50 for a board clear. But yeah, that was maybe a better choice, because we see that Mortal Strike in the hand of the Warrior, and that can clean up that Misha in an instant, and that even, yeah, Arcanite Reaper is even better.
And that is exactly the card you were looking for, and he even picked it up together with the upgrade to make it a 6-3 weapon next turn, and Arne is instantly conceding here, and that's already 1-0 for Ratje.
Yeah, that went pretty fast.
Really fast, yes.
Wow. So the Pirate Warrior shows how strong it is.
It's ridiculous. It's really strong. It's really explosive. And I think Arne was pretty happy to see that matchup, the Hunter into the Warrior. And then he saw it was Pirate Warrior. And he was like, no, don't do this to me.
Yeah, we couldn't even see that Dread Skill in action here. It could have been pretty strong against all the small minions. But a lot of aggression from Ratje. It puts Arne on the back foot. 1 point on the board here for Ratje. But we're going to go into the mulligan.
Yes, and we go into the second match, and we see Zoo against Hunter. Yeah, and normally this is like 80-20 for Zoo, maybe even 90-10. It's so good for Zoo. So Arne is not happy to see this matchup.
Oh, this is not looking good. He might even go 0-2 here, but you never know.
And we see an insanely strong hand from Ratje. He has like the 3 1-drops, even the coin to play turn 2 Imgang balls, but we see Arne picking up that 1-drop, and that's actually really important against those small 1-drops of Ratje.
Yeah, that Death Rattle can snipe off another minion of Ratje, but he decides to go for the Possessed Villager, and that can trade into that Fury Bat. But the King's Alec, what is it gonna draw? And is it gonna draw anything?
Well, high main, like always.
Oh, wow.
No high main. Yeah, and Arne is really smart. He knows that the Death Rattle who's played first is going off first. So when he traded the bat into the Possessed Villager, that 1 damage would go off first, and then the new 1/1 would have spawned. So there was no chance he could kill off the other 1/1.
Alright, so we're gonna see that right now when the Possessed Villager runs into the Fury Bat. That's gonna spit to the face, yeah.
Yeah, Ratje was hoping, I guess, that it would snipe the Imgang boss to get another 1/1. Get even more value out of the Abusive Sergeant.
So right now, Arne can play the Fury Bat and the Freezing Trap to make sure that Imgang boss returns to the hand of the Warlock and get some time, get some tempo, and that's definitely needed against the Warlock, because the Warlock, the Zulok, will always find a way, as they say.
Yeah, they can spam so many minions on the board, and even if you clear the board, they will have a good board after that. But we see Ratje picking up the Argent Horse Rider, and he can proc the Freezing Trap with that, and then trade into the Fury Bat and spawn a bunch of 1/1s. I think that's the line to go here for Ratje.
Yeah, the Argent Horse Rider, we don't see them in every Zulok. Why would you tack in an Argent Horse Rider? Is that for a Freezing Trap, for this kind of stuff, or?
It's more for getting some good trades, and also for some extra burst. Zoo's pretty aggressive nowadays, and you want to have that extra burst to finish your opponent off, but even in the Zoom era, you want to have a good trade. You can put it next to the Direwolf Alpha for 3 clear, for 3 damage clear. You can also combo it with an Abusive Sergeant or something like that. So it's really versatile to play. You can use it for extra burst or for that charge power overwhelming, but you can also make good trades with that.
And there we also see the Leroy Jenkins, which is a 6/2. Also a lot of burst potential here. So and that's probably what Ratje is going to continue. He's just going to put a lot of minions on the board, because that is how Zoo works. Yes. And then try to do as much damage. But he also, yeah, you're not going to trade here.
Yeah, he could have gone for the Abusive Sergeant, trade it off, leave only a 1/1. But for kill command it doesn't matter, because the 1/1 is still a beast. And Houndmaster didn't matter at all. The Voidwalker would have protected him from the 5/5, so it was fine. Just put some damage in. You have to push damage. Oh, and there's a second Councilman.
Yeah, I'm looking at these wolves. Do you want to ignore them? Just go Councilman, Tentacles, and push damage to the face?
Yeah, you kinda have to. You cannot make good trades, and those Councilmen can do a lot of damage. So you force Arne to remove those Councilmen. So Arne has to trade his wolves into those Councilmen. So let them make the trade for you and push yourself some extra damage into that Hunter life total.
Yeah, Arne has 2 Call of the Wilds in hand. Pretty tempo swingy cards, but he cannot play them now. He only has a huge Toad and his hero power, and he can only remove 1 of those Councilmen. Yeah, and if you don't deal with it now, they're only gonna grow bigger and bigger, and there's gonna be a time that you cannot do anything about it. So now all his spiders are gonna contest the board a little bit.
Yes, but Arne has also enough 1/1s to deal with all those 1/1s of Arne. But does he decide to clear here? I think you have to. I think you have to clear. It's really important to keep the board as clear as possible, to play around kill commands, to play around Houndmasters. You know, it's still turn 7, so you don't have to be afraid of Call of the Wild. And you already have a lot of burst with the Leroy Argent Horse Rider.
Yeah, so he decides to go for the Imgang boss and possibly the Abusive Sergeant. And he might want to clear that huge Toad with Argent Horse Rider on one of the imps. Yeah, because you want to protect your Councilman as much as possible, make it grow.
Definitely.
But
oh wow, he's going for face, and now he forces Arne to clear everything. Can Arne find a way of turning this game around? Can Quickshot kill? Yeah, he can kill off at least the Councilman. And some 1/1s, but is it enough? I don't think so. That double Call of the Wild looks really good, but he's still on turn 7, so he cannot play them. And is this gonna be the 2-0 for Ratje? No, not yet.
Yeah, I was looking at the Leroy Jenkins and the possible damage, but the spit of the Toad, wow.
And that's 1 damage of lethal. can he go for Night Juggler into Dark Battler? He decides to go for the Argent Horse Rider and save the Leroy.
So you know that Call of the Wild can possibly come out here. It has to come out if it is in the hand of Arne, and he plays it. But can he stop the damage incoming? I don't believe he can, because with that Leroy coming onto the board, it's gonna put 6 damage on the face of Arne, and that is 2-0 for Ratje.
Yeah, really fast game. Yeah, Ratje had an insanely good hand, and Arne didn't have a really strong hand at all himself. And that makes it 2-0 already from Ratje. And Ratje knew what he had to do. He had to win this game to secure himself a place in the top 4. And he's gonna beat number 1 in the standings.
Yeah, so now we only have the mage left here for Ratje. I believe that to be, I think it's a freeze mage. I haven't seen any tempo mage or other mage. And,
no, we saw him playing freeze mage in the year, like last week or 2 weeks ago. So I think it's gonna be freeze mage. But we will see. And as we can see, the mulligan of Ratje, he has the Ice Lance and Doomsayer, so that signs it's gonna be freeze mage. And as we say before, Arne's lineup is really bad against that freeze mage, so it's gonna be really difficult to win for Arne.
Well, we're gonna see what is gonna happen. We see 2 Call of the Wild,
again.
Wow, that's not lucky for Arne.
Yeah, Arne must be really, really salty now. And there's also the second Unleash the Hounds. Like, that's the most useless card you can have against freeze mage. Freeze mage is not gonna play more than 1 million ever.
So yeah, just the Fire Blast here on the face of the Hunter, and in the meanwhile Arne is looking for a card to play, and he can play Coin Animal Companion, or is he just gonna go for the hero power here?
Maybe he's thinking about hero powering and saving the coin for the double Call of the Wild on turn 7 and 8. I think that's his only shot of winning this game. He's giving Ratje so many time to draw literally everything, and Arne must be so mad now. There's no way he's gonna be happy with this hand.
Well, if this Animal Companion lives, and I don't expect it to, it might receive a Houndmaster as an upgrade. Do you believe we're gonna get here? No. Well,
Loot Hoarder Doomsayer seems pretty decent. It forces Arne to deal with the Doomsayer. So the Doomsayer is also a 7 health shield. And Arne has to spend a lot to clear it. He has to quick shot and trade, but then he's also playing off curve.
You draw that Fury Bat that can get pinged off pretty fast. So yeah, you want to save the coin for the Call of the Wild, you said. Yeah. Want to make sure that you play it before Flame Strike, and if it gets Flame Striked, you can play another one.
Yes, definitely. I'm gonna see what Arne. It's a really difficult turn. You could also decide to go for the Unleash the Hounds and coin Quick Shot, because this is the turn you get the most value out of Unleash the Hounds. Yeah, two Hounds is the best you can get, I guess. We will see what's gonna happen.
So yeah, looking at the point, looking at the Hounds, and the rope is incoming, so he has to decide right now how he wants to play this. He might even do nothing and just go Hero Power and Misha to the face. And a card being drawn here by Ratje. He draws in a Forgotten Torch and the Blizzard. So
already a lot of burst in hand of Ratje. He has like the doubles, Frostbolt, the Torch and the Pyroblast, and that's already 20 damage. And Ratje can just wait for the other burn spells.
He gets all the room to play even a secret and ping the face, and
yeah,
that's normally not what happens against the Hunter. A Hunter pressures you normally, but
yes.
That's not happening right now. We see another Loot Hoarder, but do we see a Blizzard?
Maybe you could also decide to go for Forgotten Torch into Frostbolt to clear the board, but he decides to go for the Loot Hoarder. It contests the Houndmaster pretty good. You can trade it in and play Blizzard next turn, or trade it in, ping it off. And taking 4 damage is not that bad though. And Arne sticks to his plan. He wants to play the double Call of the Wild on turn 7 and 8. He didn't go for the coin last turn for Unleash the Hound, Quick Shot, something like that. He wants to play the double Call of the Wild on 7 and 8.
Yeah, so what do you do here? Do you probably go Eagle Horn, or do you, yeah, you have no Or do you go unleash kill command? Put more pressure on there.
I think you just hammer the face now. You decided to go full ham with the double Call of the Wild. So if you push some damage in here, you can maybe kill him off in 2 turns with that double Call of the Wild. The Call of the Wild is also 5 damage, and as we can see, that double Call of the Wild is gonna pop the block for 100% sure.
Yeah, because there is a secret.
Yeah, and it's ice block, and there's no ice barrier, so it's not gonna give him 8 extra health. Maybe he has to freeze the face here, but he can also just trade it away, ping, play the Block Mage Stelnose for some extra card draw. And the hand of Arnie was really bad, but he still managed to pressure RotJe that much that he can still find a way of winning this game.
Alright, now we're gonna see the first Call of the Wild.
Yes.
As you predicted. I believe we're gonna see the first Call of the Wild. It will be the best play.
Or, wait a sec, he can also maybe proc it already with Unleash, Kill Command, Quick Shot. It's 8. Wow, he missed it, I guess. He could play Unleash the Hounds for 1, play Kill Command for 5. It's 6, Quick Shot for 9, and 3 from the bow was 12. So he could already proc the block this turn, but he missed it.
So yeah, we can see Novice Engineer into Emperor Thorson here for a great reduction on the spells of the mage, but he's a little bit of a pickle here, because from the hand of Arnie there is enough damage to proc that ice block, even if he freezes with the Blizzard or with the Frost Nova.
Yeah, I think you have to freeze this board and develop something. Blizzard into Novice Engineer, but I think you should play Novice Engineer first. Oh, he decides to freeze the face here because I don't think he wants to get procced here, but we see the kill command in hand from Arne, so he can just go for kill command and ping and play his hero power to proc it. Pretty easy for Arne this turn. And there's no Alex Strauss in the hand from RotJe, so he cannot heal himself back up to 15 health.
So there is now a lethal on the board, just with the hero power of the Hunter for Arne. And well, there has to be some way for RotJe to get out of this. Maybe Novice Engineer, another ice block. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. He really needs the Alex Strauss to heal himself back up, but even then, Arne can do 15 damage pretty easy with the second Call of the Wild. So that's pretty easy.
That's not it.
Nope, still looking for that card. And there's the ice barrier, but that's still not enough because Arne can just click the hero power for lethal. But RotJe has maybe to bluff it. Maybe Arne is not using the hero power. You don't know. Maybe he makes the misplay to attack with the weapon. Give RotJe that 8 health.
Yeah, you because if you use a spell or the hero power, you yeah, the secret, the ice barrier, will not get procced, and the mage will not receive 8 armor. So yeah, probably see the hero power here.
Definitely. Click it, Arne. You can do it. It's not that hard.
You can also see quick shot. Or does he go for the frog? Does he go for the...
What? No, right?
He can go for a little bit of BM.
Why wouldn't you just play...
Why wouldn't you...
Yeah, this is also lethal, but... Why wouldn't you play hero power?
Well played.
Just BM. I guess.
Yeah.
Because, well...
But what if you get ice blocked into Blizzard, ice barrier? I don't know. There was like no way.
There was
gonna win that game.
There was no way to win for RotJe. So yeah, the first win for Arne. That's good to see him on the board, and they're gonna go pretty fast into another match. So let me just stripe in the win there.
Yeah, RotJe is going into his good matchups now. The Freeze Mage against Zoo and the Freeze Mage against Rogue. And those two are normally pretty easy for the Freeze Mage. But if Arne can get that Crazed Alchemist, that tech you see very often in Zulok nowadays to counter that Doomsayer. There is a small chance Arnie can win this game and maybe tilt Ratje a little bit into that 5th game.
Yeah, let's see. He has to decide between the Possessed Villager or the Flame Imp. When you go for the Possessed Villager, you will have a minion on the board next turn anyway, but well, the Flame Imp does a lot more damage.
Yes, definitely. You want to pressure the Freeze Mage as fast as possible, like the same way he did with Hunter. Put that life total really, really low as fast as possible. So Ratje has to heal, play his secret, and clear the board in 1 turn. And that's normally not possible as a Freeze Mage.
Yeah, but a problem here for Arnie is that he cannot tap too much, because when you get too low as a Warlock, you can get in that damage range of the mage, and that was something we saw last week with Nora versus
Ratje, yeah.
Was it versus Ratje?
Yeah, he life tapped, and that made it exact lethal for Nora.
Right, so let's see if he has learned anything from that match he played. Could be a straightforward hand here with 2 Possessed Villagers and a Voidwalker.
Yeah, maybe even life tap, but I think you just play those Possessed Villagers. Those Possessed Villagers are actually really good against Freeze Mage, because they are Death Rattles. So if Ratje goes for a Blizzard or Frost Nova Doomsayer, it would still give Arne 2 1/1s, and those can push a lot of damage with even maybe a second Direwolf or a Power Overwhelming or an Abusive Sergeant. So pretty difficult board for Ratje to deal with.
And he decides to go for an Arcane Intellect, draw deeper into his deck, find some cards that will eventually or hopefully deal with this board. But there is the Dark Peddler.
Yeah, he's looking for his Doomsayer, so he can Frost Nova Doomsayer. But for now, it looks really good for Arne. And maybe he's even go for Sir Finley, get that armor up, and maybe win the game from that. I don't know.
Yeah, the hero power of the warrior is pretty good against a Freeze Mage, because if you armor up, you can get out of damage range, because the mage is all about that burst damage.
Yeah.
And,
he's going for it. Sir Finley. He can also decide to go for the Hunter hero power to smork Ratje down like he did last game. It's so nice when Ratje is really low HP and they keep freezing your board. You just press hero the power every turn and kill him off that way.
Yeah, so let's see what are the options here for Ratje, because he is on lethal right now. If he doesn't do anything about this board of Arne, he can Frost Nova.
Yeah, really bad hand for Ratje. He's sitting there with the double Flame Strike on turn 4. He doesn't have the Doomsayers. He has some Novice Engineers doing nothing here in the hand of Ratje, but...
Yeah, the question here for Arne is, what do you do? Because what we saw last week, we saw Ratje play a 7th minion, and then you cannot play anything else.
Nope.
And you don't find that burst. So we probably won't see anything here from Arne. Keep that spot open on the board.
Yeah, and he knows that turn 5 should be a Frost Nova Doomsayer, but he didn't see it last turn, so there's no Doomsayer in the hand of Ratje. Arne knows that, but there can still be a Coin Blizzard next turn.
There can be, definitely. We also see 2 Flame Strikes, but they are going to come too late. On the coin is there, but it's going to be too late if he wants to play that. So yeah, the question is, do you play another minion here? I believe you don't.
You could do it. You know, there's the only board clear you're gonna see here is the Blizzard, Coin Blizzard, and then the Flame Imp and the Dark Peddler and the Direwolf Alpha will die. So that will give you some extra space. And Ratje must be like, what can I do with his hand? Come on, please give me something that I can use to clear all these small minions.
Sometimes playing Freeze Mage feels so bad.
Yeah.
Because you just draw bad, and missing those Mad Scientists is...
Yeah, you missed that Mad Scientist, giving you that 100% secret. Don't let you waste 3 mana on that. So, and just focus on the board clears.
Yeah, so there's the Ice Block, and that's definitely gonna get popped here.
Yeah, 100%. But from now on, Ratje can play the double Flame Strike. But Arne has that special card from the Dark Peddler. Can he put him Ratje on 1 HP? Let
Well, the thing is, if you get Flame Strike, you still have those possessed villagers that can finish off the game.
Oh,
so he has to make sure he kills that Novice Engineer, and now nothing can happen. So
Is he going for that Sir Finley now?
he could as well.
He's still waiting one more turn. Maybe he needs to step a little bit. Is there a way, Ratje? He has the Blizzard. That's not doing that's not doing it. He needs to Arcane Intellect into another secret, like another Ice Block, and then go for maybe. It's looking really bad for Ratje. I don't think he can find a way of winning this game.
Oh, and if he loses, we're gonna see a Rogue against Mage, and that are both decks that will be looking for the combo to finish off the game. So that's gonna be pretty interesting.
Novice Engineer into the Alexstrasza, but that Alexstrasza is still 3 turns away of winning. Yeah, and Ratje is conceding it, and that makes it 2-2. I didn't expect this, and Arne is on the way of reverse sweeping the Freeze Mage.
Yeah. That was it's pretty interesting here. It keeps the game interesting as well. So now we see that the Warlock won. And now only Rogue versus Mage is left. And
Yes.
how is this matchup favored?
Yeah, as we said before the match, this is favored for Freeze Mage. But I'm not gonna predict anything anymore. Normally Freeze Mage wins so easy against Zoo, and we saw Arne just steamrolling that Freeze Mage twice in a row. Ratje had 0 chance both games. And now we are in that 5th match. And can Arne come back from the 2-0 and still win this game?
Well, after last week and seeing so much Miracle Rogue, I dove in that guide of Good Boy. He has written a pretty good guide for a Miracle Rogue that is on Hearthstone.
Yes.
And there it says that if you have the SI7 agent and Tomb Pillager, always keep it. And and now we see in the hand of Arne that SI7 agent and that Tomb Pillager. So looking pretty good here.
When that prep is also really important. I think he just slammed down the SI agent, trade away the loot hoarder. An insanely good hand for Arne.
This guy's toast.
Yeah, already has that Leroy Jenkins here.
Yeah.
But we also see two secrets. We see a Doomsayer. We see a lot of draw potential and an Alexstrasza.
Yeah, that Alexstrasza is really important. You can just Alex your opponent and burst him down the turn afterwards. That's actually what you want against Rogue. And you normally get a lot of time. Rogue is a pretty slow deck. They have, on turn 4 or 5, they develop something. And those are also the turns that you can Frost Nova, Doomsayer, Blizzard, Flame Strike, and also all the minions of Miracle Rogue, like the Azure Drake, the Tomb Pillager, the Gadget Son, are all 4 health. So Flame Strike gets a lot of value against his minions.
Yeah, so let's see what he draws. He draws into an Ice Lance here.
Yeah.
So
difficult turn. You can decide just to go for Ice Block, maybe even Ice Lance the Tomb Pillager to get some less damage here. But he decides to draw. Yeah, he's looking for that freeze, I guess, or for that board clear. He still has no Blizzards. He still has no Flame Strike. We saw him playing 2 Flame Strikes last turn, so I think he's looking for that. And Doomsayer, he's just using it as a shield, I guess.
yeah, but we see in the hand of Arne the Sap.
Yeah.
And I believe that when you think about the targets that a Freeze Mage can put on the board that you want to sap,
Doomsayer only.
yeah, you don't want to sap Alexstrasza, you don't
Nope.
want to sap the Novice Engineer.
Maybe Emperor Torsen can be a thing. There's also a thing that if Ratje has like 9 cards in hand, you can sap a minion, so he overdraws. That's also a thing you can do, but I think Arne is just pushing here for some damage. I don't know why you would shift the Doomsayer here and not just the 1/1.
Well, he might go for the Dagger Mastery and then...
Yeah. And Arne decides to go really aggressive here with the Cold Blood on the SI agent, pushing for 7 extra damage. And the reason why he does this is just forcing Ratje to play that Frostbolt on the SI agent and play ridiculously on off curve. Really nice play by Arne here. And there is the Flame Strike Ratje was looking for. And he still has no freezes. Yeah, he has one Ice Lance, and I think he's... Ooh, and there's the Frost Nova Frostbolt. That was exactly the card he was looking for.
Yeah, so you want to coin out here the Frostbolt, or no, you just go for the Frostbolt on the SI7 agent, right? Or
Yeah, you definitely Frostbolt the SI agent. You cannot take another 7 damage, especially not against Miracle Rogue. You have so many bursts potentially with Leroy, Cold Blast, Eviscerates. You don't want to get that low. You want to stall till turn 9. Play the Alex. You already have like the Pyroblast for some extra burst. And he decides to go for Ice Lance and go Fizz. Why wouldn't you go for Frostbolt here? I have no clue. Yeah, probably he wants to coin Flame Strike next turn. That makes sense, right?
yeah, and then he has the Frost Nova and Frostbolt together, maybe to remove something. Well, no, you have the normally Frost Nova and Ice Lance that do damage. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, he can get more value out of the Flame Strike this way.
Yeah, but you give up some damage, but he still has enough for after the Alex. He has the Frostbolt and the Pyroblast.
Yeah, but when we look at the hand of Arne, there's not that much that he can play. You have that Shadow Strike that you might want to keep for Emperor Thorson. You can just remove that Novice Engineer dagger up again and just pass, I believe.
Yeah, you just have to pass here. He's looking for that Gadget Son to draw his entire deck, or maybe even a Azure Drake. Or you don't want to play the Eviscerate yet. Maybe you want to combo them with some spell damage for some extra damage. You still have a pretty decent board. And if you're overextending here with a 3rd minion, you are running into board clears pretty easy. Yeah, he wants to develop that secret as fast as possible, and he has that way of doing it now with the Frost Nova. And the Flame Strike is still good next turn.
Yeah, he might want to wait with that Flame Strike for when the Gaskison Auctioneer comes out, but we don't see any of that happening in the hand of Arne, and he draws into another preparation, another dead card here.
Yeah, he's not happy to see that, I guess. And if we see Ratje, I think he knows why he played the Frost Nova here. He wants to play the Flame Strike on 7, and on turn 8 he can coin out the Alexstrasza, and then he has like 2 turns to finish Arne off. He's still looking for some extra damage though. He only needs 2. He only needs 1 Ice Lance, or a Fireball, or a Forgotten Torch to probably win this game.
So there's Blizzard.
Yeah. But I think Flame Strike is coming out here. But we will see a lot of card draw from Arne if the Gadget Son is picked up by him. It's a double prep, the coin, and there he is.
Wow. On the right moment, the Gaskison being drawn by Arne, he can play it, and then he can draw almost his whole deck here with the preps, with the Viscerates, with the coins.
I hope he has enough time. Prep. This. Wow. This is gonna be huge, and... Oh, and there's also the Earthen Ring Farsi, really important to play after that Alexstrasza. Blood Mage Stalnos. And he's also pressuring Ratje already for lethal here.
Drops the Argent Horse Rider, and yeah, puts him on 10, but there's still a secret, the Ice Block.
Ice Block is there. And Arne knows that now. No Ice Barrier proc, so it should be the Ice Block. But is he still gonna play the Alexstrasza here? He does not have enough damage, and if he plays Alex here, the Ice Block is getting popped, and he doesn't have a follow-up for that Ice Block.
Yeah, he's just going for it. He's gonna play for the win.
He has to go for it. Still has a lot of card draw on his hand with the Novice Engineer and the Blood Mage Stalnos. But Arne has a proper way of dealing with that Alex. He can just Shadow Strike it. You have to go fast. Maybe you even... Do you sap it? I don't think so, right? You don't want to play it, to give him a play, to play it on himself, to heal him back up.
Yeah, but how much do you want? Because if you backstab, you cannot Shadow Strike it. Yeah, it just uses backstab to draw another card and then finds another sap here. Yeah, it's just gonna proc.
I don't really understand this, but yeah, he will just proc the ice block here. Oh yeah, it's okay from him. If Ratje goes for Alexstrasza on himself, he will still die, right?
Yeah, he will definitely die. So there's no possibility. There has not been any Emperor Thorsten. Nothing has been reduced. So now is the moment for Ratje to win or lose the game. He has, he has decided to go for it. And there's even a sap on one of the Dragonlings.
Okay, he wants to remove every single possibility of those 1-1s killing that Argent Horse Rider or the Leroy, yeah. And he knows Alex is in the hand of Ratje, but he cannot really play it here because he will still die from all the damage on the board.
But if he needs to Novice Engineer to find more damage, and he has the Blood Mage Talnos also, but
he can Blizzard this board. But he's looking for that secret. He has to play Novice Engineer here to find that second ice block. Is he gonna find it? That's the question here. Let me see. How many cards he has today? He has still 13 cards in the deck, so he can actually pick it up. Maybe even ping his own Telnos to get an extra card draw. Icelands, not really doing it.
So he's going for the Frost Nova. No, I was thinking about it. Has to decide pretty fast here. Might even want to freeze the face as well.
I think you have to. You even go for the... oh no, he cannot play the Icelands with that. So he's 1 damage of lethal next turn.
So there's a conceal.
But Arne does not have the damage in hand to finish him off. But he can still draw a lot of cards. But what are the cards? He already played 2 Eviscerates. He already played...
1 SI. He played 1 SI at the beginning of the game. So he can play an SI right now. But he's gonna heal himself, which is pretty good.
And Ratje has how many damage in it? It's like 3, 6, 10, 11. He's still looking for 3. So if he picks up a Fireball, he still wins this game.
Thank you.
So there is another Blizzard Icelands.
Is that it? It's 9, 13, 14. But it's 1? No!
I'm trying to count as fast as I can.
He's 1 damage off or 1 mana off. Oh no, he must be devastated now.
I'm trying to... oh yeah, because that's 11 with the ping.
Yeah, it's 11 mana with the ping or 13 damage without.
So he needs to go for
But
Blizzard.
Yeah.
Blizzard Frostbolt Icelands.
Yeah, he has to go for it again. He knew that Arne didn't have the damage last turn, so Arne is still looking for the...
And the whelp! And the whelp!
And the whelp, yes!
There is the whelp. No? No whelp.
No whelp? No, not doing it? Is this for real? But does Arne still have a way of winning this? What is still left in his deck? There is a backstab, there is a cold blood in his deck. Deadly poison, fan. Yeah, he's running out of all his charges. He's running out of all his burn spells. He only has 1 SI left to do damage. It's game over. There's no more damage left in the deck of Arne, and Ratje is still winning this. How is it even possible?
This is truly an epic end of a very exciting series. Yeah, no damage being found here. A lot of freeze in the freeze mage. Yeah, might draw his whole deck here.
Yeah, but he knows there's no more damage left in the deck of him. And it's insane. Ratje is winning this game, and that is the first loss of Arne, and we have to say really well played by Ratje. And this is a huge fan cleave.
That's definitely a huge fan cleave. He plays it on the board, but yeah.
Not doing it. 12 fan cleave.
Pyroblast it! Pyroblast it! Oh, yeah.
Pyroblast for lethal here. Well played by Ratje. What a game.
What a game. Yeah, Arne is now 3-1 and Ratje is 2-2 in the ESL Benelux Championship.